Hi, I'm Health Coach Penny and I'm here at Olympia to put you through an introductory workout. Now this workout is really meant for people who haven't been in the gym before or haven't really been in any gym before possibly, and they want to learn how to use the equipment. So there's a couple of things you really want to remember before we start. So just remember to breathe and do 2 seconds on the push or the pull and 2 seconds on the release. Now here at Olympia, we have the first row of equipment, and that is, it starts with the upper body and works to the smaller muscle groups. So it starts with the big upper body muscles like the chest and the back, and then it works down to the shoulders, and then it works down to the bicep and tricep machines. So that's the first row. Those are the upper body machines. The row against the wall, if you start at the opposite end and work your way back here, it starts with legs. So you'll go from the leg equipment and then you'll end up with some core equipment, some abdominals, a little low back. I'm going to show you how to use some of these machines. And if you already are familiar with the machine, just fast forward. Great, let's go to it. So this one is called the leg press. You'll see, remember, everywhere that you see yellow, that's where a machine is adjusted. So you'll see a little yellow handle underneath here. That allows you to bring the seat all the way back so you can get into it. And once you're inside of the machine and set your feet, then you can squeeze that handle and come all the way down into the start position. Squeeze the handle. That's going to allow me to come all the way into the machine. Now I always set my clients up with the knees right over the ankles. Like I said, if your feet are way down here, the knees are extended past the toes. That creates a lot of shear force on the knees and you can hurt your knees. So let's put the feet up. Shoulder width is going to be the strongest position. My knees are directly over my ankles. I'm going to squeeze in a little bit farther because I'm short. Make sure that the machine is clicked into place. If you want to use your hands on your knees to get started, just to make sure that you can, that's okay. Now, another thing you don't want to do is block your knees out. That puts a lot of pressure on your knees. So the 2 top things you can do to protect your knees is press through your heels and keep your knees lined up over your ankles. So to get out, you come all the way down, release the pressure of your feet. Make sure there's no pressure against the pad where you're pushing on your feet. Squeeze the handle, come back out, let go of the handle, hear it click. You can step right out of the machine. The next machine in line from the leg press to the rotary calf machine. So this is a calf machine. You can also just look at the pictures to remind yourself how to use this. When you sit down, I see a lot of people turning this into a leg press machine and pushing like this. That's not what you want. You want to place the pad of your foot right in the middle of the platform, and you slightly bend your knees. They're just slightly bent. And the only thing that's moving on this exercise are my ankles. I'm just pointing my toes and stretching them back. Now we're working our way down the leg circuit. We're on the abductor, abductor. That actually works the pushing out muscles all along the sides of the legs, a little bit of your glutes, your IT band. You see the yellow handle here. That's how you adjust. If you can go wider or closer. To do this machine, you're really going to want to come in as close as you can and make sure that the handle is all the way down and the pin is in the hole. So you simply sit in the machine. I love it that the pins are right here in front where you can access them. Sit in front. It has foot pedals on it, so if you're short, you can go on the high ones. If you're tall, you go on the low ones. And you just press out as far as you can go and release slowly. You simply lift up on the handle, open the machine up, and step out. The next machine is an adductor, adductor. The way that I remember these two is adding together. So you're actually coming together with your thighs. This is a little more difficult to get in and out of. Most people, you simply lift up on the handle, come out wide, so you can step into it. Lift up the handle, bring them in closer. I'm holding the handle up as I place my legs in. Then I come out as far as I can, press down, and start from that position. Lift up, to bring them in so you can comfortably get out. Now the next machine is a leg curl. I see people doing this machine wrong all the time, so pay attention. The leg curl works your hamstrings. There are a lot of adjustments to make. The number one adjustment is for your thumb. You squeeze down on the handle, and it makes it so you can get in and out of the machine easily. You're going to put it all the way to the top once you're in it, but to get into it, you want the handle, you want it to start down here. Now just so I can show you this pin, another adjustment you can make is if you're short, you can bring the pad all the way in. If you're tall, you can extend the pad out. So just look for the yellow when you're looking for adjustments. If I'm short, I'm going to bring that all the way in. The seat is adjusted front to back with a little yellow handle underneath the side. So you squeeze the handle and it just comes forward on its own. If you're tall and you need to get it back, squeeze the handle and push the machine back. But it comes forward all by itself. So when you get into this machine, remember, it's adjustable. You're going to want to squeeze, sometimes two handles, bring it all the way down. Slide the right leg in first, followed by the left. I'm still squeezing down on my thumb. I'm going to bring it all the way up as high as I can because I like a good stretch back there. If you're not that flexible, you don't have to come up that high. That's what I love about these machines. They're adjustable to everybody's individual needs. I like flexing the toes toward me. I get a better stretch rather than pointing the toes. Sometimes if you point the toes on this machine, it might cramp up your calves. So it's good to squeeze the toes forward, pull it all the way in as far as you can, squeeze and hold, and release slowly. Make sure the plates don't clank together. 2 seconds in, 2 seconds on the release. Now to get out of the machine, make sure you're not pushing down with your heels onto the machine. You've got to release some of that pressure. That allows you to squeeze this handle and lower it down. So now we're on to the leg extension, which looks a lot like the leg curl, but it's not. Leg extension works your quads. So the same thing, you want to be able to squeeze this and put it down into position. But to get into it, you might want to lift that up a little bit. You can adjust this, just like on the leg curl. You can adjust it up for short and down for tall. I'm going to come up all the way. The seat is adjusted the same way with the yellow handle that pushes the seat back. Or you squeeze the handle and the seat gently comes forward. So I'm going to get into the machine. Now I need to adjust it. So I'm going to squeeze this with my thumb, come all the way in because I like that good start position. Some people, if you have bad knees, you're going to want to start more at a 90-degree angle if you have bad knees. Another good thing about this adjustability is if you have bad knees and they kind of hurt, well, don't do the part of the movement that hurts. If it hurts at the very top, don't go there. If it hurts to come all the way in here to start, then just don't start there. So we're going to start it right about at a 90-degree angle. You're going to come all the way up. Oops, we need some weight on there. There you go. Squeeze that in. All the way up, squeeze and hold. Release it slow. Don't let the weights clang like that. There you go. Release it slow. Make sure you stop before the weights touch. Come up and squeeze and hold. 2 seconds down. 2 seconds up. Oops. That's the leg extension. Remember, if there's any pressure forward, you're not going to be able to push this down. So release some of the pressure onto the pad. Squeeze with your thumb, and you can easily get out of the machine. The next machine in the series is the butt blaster. Not everybody uses this machine, but if you want to use it, I'm going to show you how. You just get on your hands and your knees, your elbows, adjust the weight. You do want the foot pad to be right in the center. You want your foot to be placed right in the center, and as I push, I'm going to be pushing a little more with my heel than I am with my toe. My whole foot is flat, but if you press more with your heel, it will take pressure off your knees. So you just get in position, extend it all the way, full extension, full squeeze, and release it slow. And you're going to want to do about 8 to 15 repetitions on one side. Switch to the other side. Make sure your foot is placed flat, pressing through your heel. Nice and slow. All the way up, all the way down. Full extension, full stretch. Now this is the low back machine. Some people are getting confused with this machine, so I want to make sure you pay attention here. Wherever it's yellow, remember, that's where it's adjusted. You have this here, that's if you're short, you lift it up if you're tall. That goes behind your shoulder blades, not in front of your chest. A lot of people get confused with that. So I'm going to adjust it down short because I'm short. If you're in the machine, you'll see that you have a little yellow thumb tab here. That's where you adjust the back, forward or backward, to get in and out of the machine. So it's back. Place your feet on the platform. You're going to squeeze the handle and bring it all the way in. And then release your thumb so it locks into place. If you want to press through your hands first to get it started, otherwise you don't really want to be using your hands. Push all the way back, full contraction. Come all the way forward till the plate's almost hit. And then all the way back. This is a great lower back machine. Another little tip is you want to make sure your butt is scooted all the way back into the pad. You're going to feel the nice back support on this machine, keeping your eyes straight forward, not throwing your head front to back, being aware of your body alignment. Now to get out of the machine, you come all the way forward, make sure you're releasing all the pressure, squeeze with your thumb, and pull that back. This is the rotary torso machine. It's a rotating machine. You have the knee pad here, and that's where you can make sure that you secure yourself by squeezing your legs slightly together and hugging the machine here. You'll see the yellow handles underneath. They're on both sides. That's a very important part of this movement because that's where you're going to adjust which direction it rotates with the little yellow handles under the seat. Put that on the lightweight. So you sit in the machine, hold these down like you're in a spaceship. They're going to lock down in position. You want to hold onto the handles. Now if I were to start in the center position, I can go a little bit this way, and I can go a little bit that way. So you can start like that if you want to try just a little bit of the movement. Now I want a little more rotation, so I'm going to squeeze the handle. I'm going to turn it. Now I'm holding the handle as I turn it all the way this way. Now I release the handle. It locks in place. Now I can start from this position and rotate all the way over to here, squeezing with your legs, making sure your eyes are traveling the same direction as your body, so you're not moving your head around a lot. And squeeze. When you're done with that side, you simply squeeze and hold. Pull it to that side, all the way over, release your hand. Now I get to start here and rotate that way. So I'll do my repetitions that way, to the left. You're going to want to do squeeze and hold, bring it all the way back to the center, and get out. You're going to want to do 8 to 15 reps on one side, switch to the other side, 8 to 15 repetitions on the other side. Rotary torso machine. So now we're at the last of the circuit, the abdominal machine. You just have a seat. You can also look at the pictures if you can't remember what to do here. You have a foot peg down under your feet. Make sure your feet are placed on the floor with the foot peg over the top of your feet so it gives you something to securely hold your lower body. You're going to press your body all the way back and crunch forward in this position. Inhale as you come up, exhale as you go down. So as long as you're breathing, that's the most important thing. This one is a relatively easy exercise to figure out. Just make sure you don't bang the weights together. If the plates are touching, it means that you're not doing it correctly. This is Health Coach Penny checking out at Olympia Athletic Club. Thanks for coming today, and if you want to view other videos, get ideas on new exercises that you can do, just check out our other videos. You'll see me or some of our other trainers demonstrating some great workouts. Thanks for coming.